Morning, folks. Day shaving cream is Nivea Men. This one here is the original one. I think the labeling has changed a little bit. This is an older tube, if you will. For me, the best place to find it, I found you can find it on Amazon. You can also find it there on eBay, and Small Flowers, the link I've got down below for it that seem to have it in stock at a reasonable price, if you will. And they're going to follow up with the aftershave. This is Quorum Silver. It has a woody, spicy type scent to it. And I've got a scent description down below if you want to take a moment and read all the scents that you might be able to pick up. My nose, it's well blended. My nose doesn't pick it up. But in other words, it's got lavender in it, but my nose doesn't really pick it up. I've got it whipped up here with a Yaqi brush here. This one here I've had for a good long moment. It's got a 24 millimeter cashmere knot in it. Got it whipped up here in a little wooden bowl here. And if there's a scent to it, I mean, outside what's naturally occurring, my nose doesn't really pick it up. Also, I probably should mention, at least the tube that I have, the camera may not pick it up. Light might wash it out, but it does have a slight pink color to it. Now, as you can tell, when it whips up white. It doesn't really show up there, but it does come out kind of a pinkish color to it. Shaver of the day. This is what is called a gem G-bar. Takes a gem style blade, and I do have a gem blade in it. This one here is probably can't really see the gem in there, but this one here is the Teflon coated one, the PTFE. It'll be the first use on this particular blade. I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning and going to be sporting the Art of Shaving pre-shave oil. I already put that on this morning, so go ahead and wet the face to get started here. This setup, I guess you might say, is pretty straightforward as it goes for the Gem G bar. I guess you might say, it's not an aggressive shaver by any means. It'd be a good one to start with. Typically, you can find them online at a reasonable price, and in a good shape too at that price. Reasonable price, in other words, right around the $20-25 mark. You can find them in pretty good shape. At least I have been able to. You may have to be kind of patient. Don't jump on the first one you see unless it's in pristine shape. This one here I have, it's got some little spots on the cap, but the rest of the shaver is in pretty good shape. And I do mean little bitty spots. Matter of fact, I don't even know. The camera might be able to pick up the spots, but it's still pretty shiny. Looks pretty good, but there are some little spots there on the cap that for some folks might be a little off-putting, but of course it didn't have any bearing on the shave itself. And you can kind of see this angle right through here. That's the angle you want to probably start with, at least until you get a good feel for the razor to figure out where the best angle for you is at. But if you kind of stick close to that preset angle, if you will, you're going to end up with a pretty smooth shave. I say it's probably a good one to start with. It won't break the bank when you try to buy one. Like I say, it's pretty smooth. It's for a blade like this, it's probably considered mild. There is a little bit of a blade feel, but nothing overwhelming or alarming. I get pretty nice shaves with it. Once you get used to it, which probably won't take you very long, once you figure out what the angle is that works best for you, you might find that you really enjoy this shaver. Now, how many shaves you get in a blade, really, your mileage may vary. It's going to depend on your whiskers, how often do you shave, and what shaver you're going to be using. And this one here being the, what I would consider a little bit on the mild side, very smooth shaver, you might get quite a few more shaves out of this one as opposed to one that's got more blade feel. As goes for the shaving cream, it's pretty straightforward also. Like I say, this is I guess you might say for some folks it might be their daily driver in the way of shaving cream. A lot of folks do like Nivea Men shaving cream in the tube. You've got this one here, this blue. You can find one that's in the white tube. Just depends on what your wants and needs are. Like I say, it's just a naturally occurring. My nose doesn't really pick up any kind of special scent to it. Not that that's a bad thing by any means. For some folks, it may make it easier for them to use whatever aftershave they want to for the day. I guess you might say kind of a mixing things up just a bit. I know for me, I don't have a problem doing it. In other words, having the shaving cream one scent and then turn right around and use a aftershave of a different scent. It works for me, but my nose is it's different than most folks. This is a really nice shaver. So smooth, comfortable. Not a whole lot left on my face. Like I say many times, you know, if I adjust the strokes the direction that I go, I could probably have stopped at the second pass on the across the green pass, catching the stuff underneath here, changed the direction just slightly. Probably could have caught all that underneath there. But it is really easy for me to catch it on against the green pass. Weather has really, how can you stay? It's kind of straightened out just a bit. It's not near as cold anymore. Getting temps back up to something relatively normal for Oklahoma. In other words, the lows are near freezing but not below freezing, and the highs, of course, are above freezing. Much better than what we were getting. A good part of the snow has melted, but there's still some out, but not a whole lot. It is a pretty mild shaver. For me it is. For other folks it may not be. But I'm used to the, I guess you might say, the blade feel of a single edge. In other words, with even a shave head or a straight razor, I'm very familiar with it and I have no problems using it. I say this could be a daily driver setup right here. Shaving cream works well. Plenty of slickness for this razor. Razor glides right across the face. The blade feels nice, smooth, and comfortable. In other words, it don't even feel like I'm ever going to get a weeper using this setup. And Nivea, like I said, depending on what circle you travel in, there for a while there was a moment or two I can remember seeing it. I think it may have been in Target, not very often in the stores, but then again, I wasn't exactly looking for it either, so there is that to take in consideration this morning. Very smooth. Got just a little bit of stinging at a spot right here, which doesn't surprise me because you're getting closer to dense population. This goes for the whiskers. And it wouldn't surprise me if I had a little bit of a spot right there. But that it's nothing to be concerned about. In other words, a bad shave or anything quite like that. All right. Humphreys Witch Hazel, unscented, in a giant bottle, 16 ounces. Yes, it's going to last a good long moment. I've mentioned it before. Got an eyelash there. I've mentioned this before, that this is an unscented witch hazel, but it has what I would call a naturally occurring scent. It does have one. My nose does pick it up, and it does offend my wife's nose, so there is that. She doesn't really notice it after the shave, but in other words, if she was going to use it, she would not use that one. She would want something else, which is pretty interesting. Should mention about this particular aftershave. The link I got down below is on an eBay site, and you get the aftershave and the EDT in a set for about 25 bucks, which is pretty reasonable. And the labeling is easy to rub off. I should mention that. That's what the restrictor looks like. It's glass, it's not plastic. And there's the cap on the inside. You see it's got a post that goes down in there, so the cap just pulls straight off. This scent may not be for everybody, in other words, because it is woody and spicy, unless that is the kind of scent that you're interested in, but for me, it works well for me. And later on, I do have the EDT that I will be using today also. Yeah, I got to say it. In my opinion, this is pretty good stuff. Oh, as it goes for the size, both of them, I think, both of them are about the same size, the 3.3 or 3.4 ounces. Both of them are the same size when you order the gift set, if I remember correctly. I had a fantastic shave this morning. Easy going. Definitely could have been a Sunday or Monday shave. Just really nice. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.